Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of I Should Be Painting. This week we're going to talk about getting yourself inspired by getting rid of your old miniatures. For those of us who have been in the miniature tabletop gaming hobby for a long time, there is a tendency for us to collect a lot of miniatures. And most of the time, those miniatures never get completed. This can lead to a feeling of being overwhelmed, of feeling bad about yourself, of feeling like you shouldn't work on a new project or start something new because you have too much to work on, and you already have so much to work on, how could you possibly work on anything at all? So one really great way to get your hobby mojo back is to simply go through your old miniatures, whether they are still new in box, assembled, or half painted, and just get rid of them. Now, I'm not talking about taking them and throwing them in the garbage. I'm talking about selling them or trading them for new product or just for cash money. Getting rid of this literal baggage weighing you down will free you up and energize you to work on new projects because you won't feel so bad about having that Primaris Dark Angel army that's been half painted for 3 years, and you know that you still want to finish it, but how can you start on your Zeech new army if those Dark Angels are still there? So you wind up with a whole pile of Dark Angels on one side and a whole pile of Zeech on the other side, and none of them ever get done. And now 9th edition is coming out, so how could you possibly work on your new Primaris Marines when you have all of these old things? So let me tell you, it's okay. I know we're all kind of completists, especially miniature collectors. We want the entire army. We want more. Games Workshop and other companies, they rely on us being completists. Drop that behavior. Get rid of the completist behavior. It's okay to not finish things. And when you don't finish it, you don't have to keep it. So as one method for getting your hobby mojo back and getting excited to work on something new, take your old stuff and sell it. So how do you sell your old stuff, you may say? What value could it possibly have? Well, there's a bunch of different ways to sell your models or trade your models if that is what you would like to do. For one, there are Facebook groups specifically for buy, sell, and trade. I will link some descriptions below. There are also web pages dedicated to selling things like BarterTown. In BarterTown, you can trade all sorts of miniature games, along with eBay and your local game store. Your local game store is extremely important because oftentimes local game stores will accept armies for trade-in credit at the game store, or they will have a bits area where you can put your stuff up on consignment, and if somebody buys it, then you get a cut. But game stores also often have a yearly or bi-yearly auction where people bring in all of the stuff that they don't want anymore. The game store helps you figure out what it's worth, and then they put it up for auction and they sell your models. If you are going to sell your models, here's a couple of tips. First of all, break your models into different groups. Don't try to sell the entire army as one lot and expect somebody just to drop $1,000 for your new in-box Chaos Marines. You should break apart your army into the individual squads and boxes, be as detailed and realistic with what you have, whether or not you're missing pieces, whether they're painted, how well they're painted. Take good photos of it and then list it all. I'm going to show you a good listing on how to sell your army in the notes below. This isn't just about how to sell your old models, it's about why you should sell your old models. So recently, many of you may know that we have started doing our weekly hobby and chat with Sean, Josh, and Aaron, and sometimes a special guest. And this has been for us not only to hang out during this time of social distancing, but also to help us get our mojo back. And my good friend Sean found that he really wanted to hobby, but he was having a hard time working on new things because he had so many old things just sitting around. So what did he decide to do? He decided to sell 2 of his old armies, and as soon as he got rid of them, he got energized and excited and was ready to start on something new. I too have had this situation happen. There are many armies that are sitting on the shelves. Even in this house, over there, Gene Stealers. I feel like I must work on those Gene Stealers, but the bottom line is if I didn't have those Gene Stealers, then I wouldn't feel so bad about not working on them. If having a horde of miniatures is preventing you from actually working on your hobby, then don't keep the horde. find a good way to get rid of it. It will give you energy and reinvigorate your desire to hobby, because hobbying should be fun. So don't feel like you have to be a completist. You don't need every single Space Marine. You don't need every single army. What you need is a project that you're excited to work on. Next, we're gonna go over to my computer and take a look at the 3 projects online that have been most inspiring to me. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Remember, like and subscribe, hit that bell button. Now is a great time to do it. And if you want to get in contact, or if you want to be inspired as well, check out past videos of I Should Be Painting, because at the end of all of these videos, I feature 3 projects that are inspiring to me. And if you have a project that you would like to share in I Should Be Painting, go ahead and send it out to us. Send it to coolguyswhositathome@gmail.com, or find us on Facebook, tag us on Instagram, let us know about your project, and we will feature you. Be more than happy to feature you on this channel. Or better yet, join our Discord, where you can have a one-on-one conversation with any of the Cool Guys Nation people, as well as share your projects. All right, let's go take a look. Here we are in the studio at the computer, and we're going to take a look at the 3 projects that have been inspiring to me this week. This week we are going to be starting out on Instagram with miinipaint. miinipaint is someone who I have found recently, and I'm going to give him a follow right now, and so should you. Check out the notes below in the description. miinipaint does a variety of different models across a whole bunch of different games and genres, and just overall has a really beautiful, comical, transitional style that I appreciate a lot. Particularly these 2 models here really caught my attention on top of this 40K. Whenever I am looking for inspiration for different people and different things, oftentimes it's nice to look outside of the 40K universe. There is a huge diversity of people who paint miniatures. Not everything is Warhammer related, and this is a great example of some beautiful comic book style to take a look at. Not to mention the fact that, I mean, it's also like masterclass. Look at these armor plates and these scales and swords. This is a very inspiring webpage with some fantastic stuff. Look, we've got things from all over. We have Constantine. Like, he does stuff from across the platform and all of these different miniatures, and he does it in a really beautiful way, and I think he deserves a lot more followers. So let's go ahead and follow miinipaint on Instagram. Next up, we are moving over to YouTube, and we are going to be taking a look at a YouTube channel called Gaslands TV. Now, if you're not familiar, Gaslands is a miniature game that you can play using Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars. It's pretty fun. I played it a couple times in the store, but what's really great about it is that it gives you a huge opportunity to do a bunch of customization work for your little toy cars, and also making really fun terrain and scenery to play this sort of Matchbox car game on. And this is a really fun, cute tutorial on how he's using a dice bottle in order to create some terrain for the game Gaslands. So check it out. Once again, Gaslands TV on YouTube. Last but not least, we have an ultramarine paint scheme that I saw on the Mini Wargaming official. This is from a gentleman named Jeffery. Jeffery gave me permission to share this model. I love this paint scheme. It is so simple, it is so crisp, it is so clear. I absolutely love this paint scheme. Like, if I had seen this paint scheme before I started my Purple Marines, I might have strongly considered doing something like this. I absolutely love the contrasting colors, the dark silver of the armor with this metallic blue pop and the gold finish, and sort of the redsy bronze on the guns and the blue on the helmets. I think this is just an absolutely striking paint scheme that's very unique and very crisp, and I absolutely like it a lot. So Jeffrey, thank you so much for letting me share this. If you want to take a look at more of Jeffrey's stuff, I believe it is on the Mini Wargaming official webpage. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us again on I Should Be Painting. This is an every Sunday vlog. If you have any topic ideas, if you have any suggestions or any thoughts on what I'm talking about, do you agree, do you disagree, leave it in the comments below. If you want to help us out, please click that bell button and that subscribe button, or join our Patreon. We have a $1.50 level that gives you access to our Discord, and in the Discord you can post pictures, you can meet other gamers, you can hang out with the other CGN people, and just overall help grow our channel and our community, particularly during this time of social distancing. So until next time, we'll see you on the table.